ADHD diagnosis in Australia have surged nearly 300% in the past decade, raising big questions for freelancers and business owners as well, navigating what is a fast-changing work landscape. For more, I'm joined by Jasmine Parasram from Creative Business Kitchen. Great to see you.
Lovely to be back.
All right, talk to us about ADHD diagnosis and why it's rising so rapidly in Australia. What do we know?
So what we're seeing quite often at the moment is that people are almost getting a permission slip through social media, through conversations, through articles, where people are seeing themselves in the ADHD symptoms and thinking, well, what if that's me? And I myself was in this position 3 years ago when I finally got diagnosed with ADHD.
And what change does that bring for you? The diagnosis? The
diagnosis is more so just a confirmation of things that I feel like I already kind of knew about myself, but it also gives me an opportunity to label some of the things that I see in myself. Time blindness, the ability to understand complex things in a really visual way, the fact that I can listen to a song in my head and it's not playing. So little things like that that really then prompt me to ask myself, well, what's the ADHD and what is me as a person, but also as a business owner?
Yes, but also combined, it can do wonderful, positive things. I mean, the reality is so many entrepreneurs have ADHD and you probably need it.
Yeah, you probably need it because it takes a certain kind of brain and, dare I say, lunacy to be able to go and do your own business.
Yeah, very much so. I think that, and that resilience as well comes into it. And quite often it isn't resilience, it is ADHD which is getting people through, right? So talk to us about some of the benefits in terms of, I guess, fast decision-making, abilities to make quick decisions, to be able to pivot, because another term for ADHD, I think, is overthinking.
Yes, and I actually have multiple jumpers that say professional overthinker. I feel like it's a really true title for anyone who does have a neurospicy brain, especially in a business sense. And we often are finding that when people are asking, okay, well, what's the ADHD and what's me? We do then tie that back to, well, what makes me a better business owner because of it? Does it mean that I can have an incredible attention to detail that I can do for other clients? Does it mean that I am potentially a little less worried about making big decisions because it's the novelty and the thrill of doing something bigger?
Yes, and I want to be really careful to not talk about it in a negative way, because it can be, if it's waking you up and if it's leading to exhaustion and burnout, then you're not controlling it, it's controlling you, right?
Yeah, it absolutely is. And like anything, there are good sides and there are bad sides. But I think the difference is not whether you have more bad or more good, it's what that means for you and how you can use it to work to your benefits and also the drawbacks.
Yeah, but it can be quite tricky in traditional business structures as well, particularly if you're someone who thinks about every detail and you're pitted against people in the workplace who aren't like that at all. It can be a real challenge in terms of relationships as well.
Yes, a challenge across so many different areas within a business. So challenging in relationships, absolutely, especially working in teams where you, and I'll hazard a guess to say many of the people who do have ADHD who are in business ownership were the kid that in group projects did everything, not only by themselves, but the night before, which is not really great for business.
Yeah, well, it's hard to expand, it's hard to scale in that way as well, but there are famous entrepreneurs who have ADHD, who have been able to scale, who have been able to deal with it. What can we learn from them, and in what ways, bringing it back to what you do and what you coach people with, what's your suggestion?
My suggestion is to find a way that works for your particular brain. So the ways that I do for myself, but also for my students, is structures that don't rely on time, because time blindness is a thing. Having a dopamine day, mine is Thursdays, the day that I just chase the dopamine throughout my business on what can I fix, what can I solve, what can I work on today. And also finding ways that your brain works best. So all of my admin, all of my emails, they're done before lunch, because after lunch, it's just not going to happen.
ADHD, or people with it, can often be found as the target for HR departments because they don't fit in. And a lot of HR departments in big organizations, they kind of go around looking for the ones that don't fit in, right? What do businesses need to do and HR leaders need to do to make sure that they harness the benefits of someone who has, I guess, neurodiverse ADHD?
The ways that they can find the particular tasks that really bring out those benefits and bring out their autonomy or their natural leadership skills as well, but also not making it so that it's so reliant on being 100% efficient 100% of the time, because we both know that that is just not the case. Even for neurotypicals and for neurospicies, there is definitely there's a need to understand that sometimes our brains just work really differently, and building it around that is the only way to be able to create success for yourself.
Jasmine, how can people get in touch with you?
Sure, so you can come and visit creativebusinesskitchen.com.au.
Always appreciate your insights on Ticker. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.